This is Naomi Bennett, and we are doing the third quarter update for 2012, and this is going to be the worst quarter of the year, and we'll have the most unexpected events that are occurring. We've already seen the currency starting to fluctuate, and the insecurities that are going down in Europe are magnifying the issues with now Spain besides Greece. Italy may be not be far behind, and we're talking about whether or not they're going to dissolve the European euro. That's probably won't happen, but we're going to have a series of events that are going to shake the market. I think that this week, particularly on the 25th, Monday will probably be the last good day of the market, and then we will see it continuing to degrade and to have levels of panic set in. So they expect tremendous amount of volatility during this time. And the first of the events is centered on June the 29th. It's actually starting on Tuesday, the 26th, which is that the sun comes to aspect the Pluto square Mars, Pluto square Uranus, that is dominating this year, which is the degradation of debt and currency and volatile change and upturning of corporations and big organizations like government. So we can expect more rioting in the streets, more civil discord, and probably more police action. And you've seen what's been happening with the Arab Spring now in Syria. That should get worse or come to a crisis point. So the first of the events of panic is centered on June the 29th for this whole week until almost July 3rd, and then we have a Mars-Uranus event that's going to be one of the worst aspects of this year, and you can expect some market panic during that time. It starts as early as July the 9th, but it centers on the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. The 18th is the absolute center, and then there's a new moon on the 19th. So those two should be the worst days, and then it should simmer down after that. I've already liquidated most things, except for shorts, and I will probably be doing some buybacks during that panic, because I don't think it'll be a final dip, but it should be a fairly deep panic. And then on July the 21st, we have the beginning of aspects where Neptune's involved, and Neptune's always about deception and holding things back, unknown factors that you don't know about, that haven't been talked about, or that are being kept from the public. And so we're going to have about a month of that going on. The first really good day out of this time period is July the 28th. And we'll have some more better news events for currencies August the 2nd and August the 5th. I will talk a little bit more about the later aspects, but we do have in August, we have frustration, duty responsibilities, holdbacks, frustrations, not being able to get things done around August the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. And then we can expect that we'll have an unusual news event, something odd in nature, because we have a moon wobble that's centered on August the 22nd, but it involves Neptune. So Neptune always brings out surprises from the deep or water events, things that are very odd. I don't know if that'll represent flooding or not. And then the last events for that quarter is September the 28th, that we will have another small panic with the markets during that time. So I will stop now and put up the chart and talk about that a little bit. All right, here's our chart we've done for the third quarter. Please note way up on the left-hand side that we actually have an event that starts just before July 1st, which is July the 29th is the center of that. We should see, again, a beginning of news event and panic that spooks the market. That's not on the chart because it just happens days before this starts on July 1st. But notice then we have that the Sun square Saturn happens just before we get to the Mars square Uranus and Pluto, and that is the big event we're talking about of the year. What I have marked in red is about the width of that time period. So we're going to see lots of oscillations and volatility. Should be bad weather during that time, lots of heat, but I imagine that events in Syria will get much worse, and of course a panic in Europe that we can't anticipate at this point. Then it all levels off after late July, past July the 21st. Feels pretty good around July the 28th and early August, but then we come into a moon wobble period, and that is in the orange, and I've marked it as moon wobble. You'll see that in the middle of the chart. But unusual is that we have Neptune involved, so I think there's going to be many events that are occurring that are outside the news that are being hidden from the public during that time. And we may have something revealed during the moon wobble, because usually things come up to the surface when you have a moon wobble. And then the last big time period is toward the end of the time period, which is September the 25th, exact on the 28th and the 31st, which is a reiteration of what happened in the summer under the red Mars-Uranus. Is going to repeat itself again, because this is a very, very long 3-year aspect that has 7 major exact sequences before this combination is finished. And so this is going to be these ongoing, unrolling news events on currencies and debt that can't be resolved. That will be coming again and again, having events, multiple events during this time, and we're likely to see something during that period. So that's the bulk of what happens. Probably I will do a small update right after the Mars-Uranus aspect around the July 18th to put in more detail or do some more speculation on the next period of time, because we'll have the moon wobble right after that. So be careful. Think before you act, and proceed with caution during this time period. The best of luck to you.